And we are live.
Okay. Good morning, I guess, everyone. 10
Still good
a.m.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, for our video podcast. We got Tim the Trader here, and Randy, and myself, Joe Hooper, and Micah sitting in the behind the curtain there, officiating stuff. I'll kind of start us off here and turn over to Tim and to Randy. Um, I deal with the micro moment trading, which we have sessions every morning for an hour when the market opens, 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time. And we do trades. The average trade somewhere between 15, 16 seconds to 30 seconds. We're never in anything at the end of that hour. We're always out. We have been doing this as a subscription service for 149 weeks, over 100% per week. For each one of those weeks, we've been doing it in our corporate accounts for about 6 years, and we still do all these trades in our accounts. And Tim will give you a good idea of what we're doing in a minute, as will Randy, because Randy does the micro moment trading also. And we're up for the day. We were up 12.3404%, 152.1185 for the week. So today we only had three trades, just kind of slow. And yesterday we had nine trades. It was up 59 plus percent for just yesterday. So it's going to be a good week. We'll probably hit out over 200 for the week after tomorrow. Friday's usually a good day. Um, so Randy, why don't you, Randy, but Tim, why don't you continue on their thoughts on micro moment? And also, you've got a seminar this weekend.
That's right. That's right. Well, I'll start with the seminar. It's my this weekend is my turn. Saturday we're doing MMT deep dive intensive. So if you are new to any of our services, you can come and join us this Saturday, and I'll be going through our technique from scratch. And we'll do, like as I said, a deep dive into our technique, and to talk about a lot of things: platform setup, our technique, charting, finding in points, out points, and hopefully by the time you are finished on Saturday with this, you'll have a pretty good firm overview and understanding of what we do every day from it's actually 9:30 to 10:30 for Randy and I.
That's
An
right.
hour earlier for Mr. Hooper there, that you can join us. So anyway, we do micro moment trading. That's our technique. It is one of three techniques that we offer here at the company, and we do quick trades. As Joe said, our trades are anywhere from 10 seconds to 30, 40 seconds. We look for quick breakouts. We trade Apple, and two ETFs, SPY and Q, which really covers the wide range of the markets pretty well. We get a pretty good width of the market with those selections, and I focus on Apple. And Apple has been nicely active this week. It had an announcement Tuesday, which good volatility. So we were able to take advantage of that this week, make a lot of trades Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Actually, it's with the kind of volatility that we've had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's almost low hanging fruit for us in the first 5 minutes of the market. And we get in, we make our money, we get out. We are in cash 98% of the time. And the tool that really makes this all possible is our ICE charts. And those charts allow us to see upcoming changes in momentum in the market prior to the moves happen. And we base our entry timing on changes of movement. The bottom line is we trade volume and volatility in what we do. When volume comes in, we have increased volatility, which allows the market makers to move that price more actively, and we take advantage of that. And our charts are set up simply so you can literally draw a line from the top to the bottom and see, is this a good time to enter? It tells us what bias we're in, and if we're in one of three phases for our for our consideration. That is this movement beginning? Um, is it exhausting? Is it turning? And we were able to identify the phases of a move of a stock or ETF readily with our charts, very, very simply. And that's the beauty of what we do. We have very few rules. Our rule is, when that if that tick turns, get out as quickly as possible. We don't have many losses in what we do. The market's going to do what it does. It can turn instantly as soon as we enter, but our experience has shown us over and over and over of doing thousands of trades, that there are setups that we look for, that we enter and exit, that give us high percentage wins. But when that occasional loss happens, the name of the game is get out as quickly as possible. And that's
You might mention that we don't worry about trying to pick stocks. We do the indexes, QQQ, SPY.
mm-hmm.
We do Apple extensively because we treat it like it's an index, because it is probably bigger than most indexes.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't spend a lot of time trying to speculate. Hey, we think this stock's going to go up. We think this stock's going to go down. We don't care. And we just don't want it to go out of business. Of course, the indexes are not going to go out of business. That's why we use the indexes. So.
Yeah. We don't hold anything that long that any of that matters. We're just looking for small swings that happen every day in the natural course of price action that happens with a stock or an ETF. And we trade those. And we essentially make the same trades day after day after day after day, and make our money and get out.
I think that Alan, I know something. She said this earlier. If you would like to make a comment, an observation, or say something, we had to print out and can't vocally say it. But Alan, who's one of our new clients, relatively new, I think he started doing real trades last week after spending a couple of weeks doing virtual trading. That's the nice thing about this technique. You can virtual trade it on practically any platform, so you can learn and become very proficient with the trading without ever risking a single penny.
Yeah.
And I believe Alan, he just burned it up this last week.
Well, so. Alan he followed the rules. He and I did some coaching early on, and very, very quick study. And he's doing very well because he follows the rules to the T. And when you follow the rules that we do, we are rules-based trading. You follow the rules as we've laid them out. Your chances for success are very, very high. And Alan is proof of that. He's done very, very well.
And we only got one rule: you go in that thing when it's green, and you see it turns red. You say immediately get out. Maybe you're going to lose a penny or two, but that's about it.
Yep.
Well, Randy over there, Randy's got so many rules. My God, he's just perplexed with rules. So,
we like the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The rules rule.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna toss it over to Randy and let him tell you about the stuff he does, which is pretty cool.
Did you say what time your seminar starts Saturday?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not. I didn't finish that. Anyway, it will start 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. You can go over to micromomenttrading.com, and you can sign up over there. And that's it. Thank you for the reminder, Randy.
You can also sign up for our micro moment trading there also, and you get some opportunities to get a week or two of free trading. Try it out. And Randy's stuff, you can do the same stuff. And I don't know exactly what he's got. It's free, but he got something. Go ahead, Randy.
Saturday, you learn how to do income generation every day, daily basis, in and out, 100% cash back at the end of the day. Fantastic technique for right now. The market conditions that we have right now are unprecedented. Never had anything like this. And there's so many kind of negative things floating around out there that are causing the market to just go all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's driven by the news of the moment.
Yes.
And so it can change just like that. Micro moment, 1 minute inside a trade, and you're done. So you're not impacted by all that outside influence stuff. It is the epitome of the technique to use right now to trade in the market, to make profits every day, not speculation. It's following the rules that Tim lays out with the intraday streaming chart. It's the intraday streaming chart that provides the opportunity to be the success that Tim and all the other group that are following along are achieving.
Yes.
It's unbelievable, but it works. In fact, while he was talking, I did one micro moment trade.
Yeah.
It was only 1.5%, but the market's not moving. It's kind of going flat right now. It's not hugely. It's already down for the day, but now it's just going a little bit flat. So still able to generate a little bit of income while he was talking.
And Randy, I just found out Cezanne did fantastic trades on the beach down in St. Thomas.
There you go.
It goes to
On the
show
beach.
you,
Yep.
goes to show you if you can do it on an iPhone, then you can drive in heavy traffic fast and still do trades.
Yeah.
I would recommend that.
Yeah.
But you could do the trades while you're sitting you're sitting on the parking lot on the freeway waiting to try to get to work.
That's true. Yeah.
Going 5 miles an hour, it's a little bit easier for you to punch in
Yeah.
those trades instead of going really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that is just an unbelievable process to be able to follow, generate income any day that you choose to do it. And as Tim said, it's only the first hour of the market, and then you're done. You're done for the day. You go do whatever else that you want to do. You're not tied down. You can make a really good income and only work an hour a day. That's pretty good. And probably less than an hour. You don't have to do it a whole hour. You can be in and out in the first few minutes, and you're all the way done. So
that's right.
I think technically they're pretty much done by 9 o'clock in the morning Central Time, about 30 minutes after the market opens, and a few deals come in after that, but the majority of them are before in that first 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we make most of our trades literally in the first 5 minutes of the market is when we make the majority of our trades. When volatility is best, right after the gap fill, we get these big swing highs, swing lows that last for a few minutes, and we trade those, and then we sit and we talk about trading. Teach a little bit after that, go over the trades, try to use the time wisely to help you become more knowledgeable, get more depth on what we do, and continue to watch the charts to see if we get a breakout. We have noticed in the last month or so that we've been getting a top of the hour move. Didn't happen so much this morning, but anywhere from 15 minutes before to 15 minutes after, we can get a nice momentum move that happens that we've been trading. So it didn't happen so much today. We kind of fell into a tight pattern pretty quickly with a general down bias. Some swing highs, but generally we're still moving in a downward channel.
But here's the deal: that 12% you made today is still twice as much as a mutual fund makes in 2 years.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yep.
And that's and that is all based on just how much that you trade. It's a percentage of what you trade. So you could be trading $1,000, you could be trading 10,000, you could be trading 20,000. You're making a percentage on what you put in. So it's not based on you have to have a lot of money, and the more money, the higher percent. It's the same percentage. It's just a matter of how much did you put in to trade, and that's how much cash that you generate. So
the neat thing is you just keep using that same money. Like my $2,000 example, you just get 7% a week, and they work 59% yesterday. By following them, you're going to have the end of 2 years. If we start up with 2,000, they're putting another penny in. It's going to compound to over $500,000, and then when you get 7% of $500,000, that's $35,000-$40,000 a month, a week actually. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's another one of the big benefits of it is you are just reusing the same money over and over. You don't have to keep adding more and more money into it. You're you're buying, selling, then use the same money to buy and sell again, and use the same money to buy and sell again. And
and the reason for that is you're getting out so fast. In other words, if you were going in like Randy has some positions, regular covered call positions, where you take a certain amount of money, you buy a stock and sell a call, and it kind of sits there. Which means if you want to go into another trade, you got to have more money in your account.
yep,
On this one, whatever you have in that account, you just keep turning it over 5 or 6 or 7 times during the course of that hour.
Yep. We just keep reusing it. It's
yep,
a wonderful thing.
just it's a fantastic, and it is the way to go in this market right now. It's just because of the amount of risk that is out there in the market today.
Hmm.
When you never know who's going to do what or who's going to say what out there, and you think one thing, and then 10 minutes later they change their mind and do a different thing, and the market. And when I say the market, it's not real. The market's not a thing. It's all the big traders out there that are making these decisions.
Right.
A lot of them use computers to help them make the decision, but the guys that are trading millions and billions of dollars out there, they're the ones that keep flip flopping on are they buying and selling based on the different news that they hear, and then their speculation of what impact that's going to have down the road. So they're not trading based off of the company had earnings today. They're trading based on what they think the economy is going to be like 3 or 4 or 5 months out there, and they're making guesses. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. So Tim's not making any guesses. He's trading at the moment, not for 5 6 months from now.
That's
It's
right.
what's going on right now, and in and out, and it's just fantastic. You got to learn it. So you need to attend the seminar this Saturday and learn how to do this process and technique. It is unbelievable, and it can change your life with the amount of income that you can generate in such a small amount of time.
I guess you could
Absolutely.
call us, instead of day traders, you could call us fractional traders or minute
Yeah,
traders.
yeah. You're minute traders, not day traders. So
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Yep.
It's just unbelievable what that can do.
Yeah, and and Joe, you bring up a good point. We are not day traders. Day traders guess. Um,
yeah,
they look at other factors, but we are based on set rules. We are a rules-based system based on a proprietary charting system that allows us to use those rules and profit from those rules. So there's no guesswork here. There are very um, clear reasons why we choose an entry point and why we choose an exit point. And when we follow these rules, we make money, and we do it week after week after week. And if you want to experience that, please sign up for Saturday, and we'll show you how that's going.
there you go. And Randy has some super sessions, seminars. Randy, why don't you talk about your sessions? Because you do several different ones.
Yeah. So last weekend, Joe and I just taught the 2-day covered call seminar. So Joe alluded to it, where Tim is in and out in a minute is a long time. The covered call process is more like a week to a month. Sometimes in and out in a day or two later, but it involves buying either a call or a stock, and then selling a call against it. And when we sell the call against it, is when we generate the income. It's like renting your house out. You buy a house, and then you rent it and get income every month, cash, on that investment that you did in the house. The same thing we do with stocks. So we buy the stock and rent it out to somebody, a speculator basically, that's thinking it's going to go up.
Right.
We don't have to have it go up or down or sideways. They're going to pay us money every month to rent out that stock. Now, sometimes at the end they say, yeah, I do want to buy it. And then you sell your stock for a profit. But otherwise, you just keep generating income on it. Now, the intention in everything that I do and teach is to be called out, to sell it at the end of the period. And we do a lot of weekly calls and weekly options. There we go. I just got my profit.
You know, I was getting ready to say, I was just right when you said that. I was like, every time we do one of these sessions, he gets out of something that's not a micro moment. It's something else, one of his more traditional characteristics. Every time,
That was a micro moment trade. Just made 2% on SPY right there.
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
just started when I started talking, and that's why I just kept looking and watching the. It was it was all right. It got there. It's like in the old days. I think it was Captain Kangaroo that had the little train to
Yes.
go up the mountain, and
Uh,
and he always goes, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I to get up there. That's how I was watching the chart. Come on, one more penny,
Yeah.
one more penny.
Yeah. So you
And
you were in on that call.
yeah, I got in on the call right there at the.
Yeah.
You see the chart just turn right up there. Went into a rising cycle, stacked up now, and
Yeah.
it was a perfect setup. But
Nice.
again, it's not moving a whole lot one way or the other, so
Mhm.
it's a kind of a slow grind down here at the bottom. It's trading right at the bottom of the day right now on
Mhm.
SPY. So um, yeah, so you can make money even if you're doing something else. As long and in fact, I'm not real good at that multitasking. I get concentrating on one thing or the other. Now my wife, she can. Well, she says it's watching TV, but the TV's on. She can be talking on the phone to my daughter. She can be, doing something with the dishes or doing so. I mean, and then picking up. I mean, she can do 4 or 5 things at the same time and be able to concentrate on all of
yeah.
them. I have to kind of concentrate on one thing at a
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
so I was watching the chart. It's kind of hard to not watch the charts. It's hard to just sit here and talk without being able to get in there. But I do micro moment trading almost every day. Everything that Tim teaches, I usually do on an SPX. But SPX right now, the options are extremely expensive right now. So I've moved over to SPY because SPY is 10% of SPX. So you can still generate the income, but
Mhm.
not having as much at risk out there in the market as the SPX is. But I have been doing credit spreads on SPX.
Ah.
So that's another technique that we've taught in the past, and it's another because the premiums are so high on options right now with the volatility being way up.
Mhm.
Credit spreads are fantastic, and you don't. And credit spreads are more like horseshoes. You don't have to be very close. Where micro moment trading, you're in and out at the moment, so you got to be in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
What you
credit
do,
spreads,
what you do on micro moment, if you learn from Cezanne and Tim to teach that, and then you learn it from Randy when he's doing his trades with the chart, it tells you exactly when to get in, when to get out, and so it's not like you have to think a whole lot about this. You just learn. You just need to learn what you do, like Alan did there. Alan. Might tell us how much you made last week, Alan. 'Cause I think it was your first week of real money, so be interested to see.
yeah, and that's the main thing. Everything we do is based on charts,
Mhm.
and then we have a set of rules that go along with the charts. And by having the proprietary charts, then you can do whatever type of trading that you want to do. You can do micro moment trading in and out in seconds and minutes. You can do covered calls, longer term. You can do credit spreads. You can basically do anything based off of reading the chart, learning how to execute trades based off the chart. So every Monday morning, I teach a coaching session on our advanced charting, which is a daily chart where Tim uses the intraday streaming chart, which is moving constantly,
Mhm.
and the advanced charting that we have is a daily chart. It moves each day, and it gives the cycle and direction and the bias of the direction that the equity is going.
Mhm.
And based off of that, we can do the selections, whether it's a credit spread, so we know it's about going to go here or there, and we do a credit spread, we can do covered calls. We can select momentum trades where we're getting in at the beginning of the cycle and buying the option and then selling it a day or two or three down the road. Now, if it doesn't go up as we're expecting it, we have those extra what we call management techniques that we generate income on that position until it turns and goes back up to close for a profit. So all of those things we teach um, every week during our coaching webinars. And those webinars, they're live in the market, but they're also recorded at the same time, so you can watch them later on. And if you're not able to be there live in the market, then you just watch the recording and you still get all the same training. And our goal is so you can learn how to do it, so that you learn the processes and techniques and learn the discipline of following the rules, and you generate your own income from there. So that's the critical part, is we're teaching you how to take control of your finances and take control of your income generation, instead of you giving your money to somebody else and trying to rely that they're going to take as good care of it as you would, because
Right.
nobody is going to take as good care of your money as you will. That you will care the most about your money than anybody else. So um, learn the techniques and processes, the one that fits best with you. If you can be in the market every day and do the trading on micro moment, learn how to do that. If you can only spend 15 or 20 minutes a day and you want a longer term trade, cover calls is great for that. And so I teach the cover call process on Wednesdays during the market and Thursday evenings, not in the market, so that somebody might be available on Thursday evening to be able to be live on a coaching webinar, as opposed to the day being in there during the day on Wednesday. So in the covered call teaching process, I actually use positions that are in my own portfolio, my own live positions, and I let everybody see exactly how I'm doing it. So when I teach you the process, I show you that it's in action with real live positions, my own positions, so that you can follow along. And Joe talked about it. You follow along with virtual trading. So as you're learning the process and technique, you virtual trade everything that we're teaching, and then you can see the results. And once you start seeing your results and you can see, oh, I can do that, then you're off on your own and you can go generate your own income. But while you're learning by virtual trading, you're not risking any money. You're acting just like it's the stock market, but you're not risking any money because it's virtual money that you get to trade. And you actually get to see that, yes, indeed, these do work. It does do that. So last week, I closed out six positions that were in between 1 day and 4 days of investment. In on Monday, out on Friday, or in on Wednesday, out on Friday, in on Thursday, out on Friday. And HPQ was 13.6% return, and all cash back as well. These are closed out positions. 13.6% for a week. The QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100 ETF, that was 12.3% for just 1 day. TLT, which is the 20-year Treasury bond. So it goes up and down a little differently than the stock market, sometimes like the opposite direction. And that was actually had that one in 3 weeks, 24.4%. Had that one manage it week after week to keep generating income until 3 weeks. I closed it up.
Yeah, let's clarify now that Randy's not talking about his micro moment trades. Those are only
No,
seconds.
these are covered calls.
Other type things that he teaches that go back to when he got started this 16 years ago. And if he was trying to make 3% per
Month.
month,
Yeah, 3% a month.
yeah, now the CBOE who governs all this stuff has changed everything, and the platforms have changed so much that now you can do that, 2 or 3 times a week. You can make 15% a week easily.
Yeah, Joe, back then, number one, we didn't have all the the great broker platforms. It's so easy to trade now. You just click a couple clicks and you're done. But also, there's weekly options. There weren't weekly expirations way back then, and so now they have the opportunity to just generate income every week instead of waiting for the whole month to see what your income is. You get it in and out every week. And I also did Costco 11.6% for one day, UPS 6.3% for 4 days. And then I actually opened a longer term position on Mosaic for this will be lasting for a month. And last week it generated 13.8% return. This week it'll probably be, I think it's going to be about 12.8% return. And I got 2 more weeks to keep generating income on that one and then close it out. So there's multiple different techniques and processes for how long to be in a particular equity. And some of them are just one day, like the SPY. And in fact, SPY I closed yesterday, and the SPY was 8.1% for 5 days. So
yeah, the other advantage of Randy's trading is that if you have existing stocks, and some people would be sitting here listening to this and say, "Well, shoot, I don't want to ever sell anything." He has techniques where you don't. You're gonna get that stock. You're gonna keep that stock. You're gonna collect the dividends on that stock, or whatever, and you're not gonna have to sell it unless you want to sell it. And you're gonna sell covered calls against it every week, and you're gonna make incredible amounts of money versus getting a 2 or 3% dividend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's critical, Joe, because back to like your example of you buy the house and then you rent it out. Every single stock is an income generating asset. Most people just don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you own stocks, you can learn how to generate income and earn money on those stocks week in and week out, week by week by week. You're generating income and never having to sell that stock. So if you've just been watching your stock go up and down and probably down lately, you could be generating income on that stock while it's just sitting there. And it might pay a dividend. You're still going to earn that dividend, but you can generate income every week on those stocks and help to boost your overall income. Things that you just didn't know that you could do. And your broker's not going to teach you how to do it. They want you to give them your money so that they do it and then charge you a fee for it. So
if you're not selling those calls, it's like you bought real estate rental apartments and you didn't rent them. The same crazy thing, Carl says, noted, I trade 5 or 6 trades per day, and I am usually out by 9 a.m. or so. I have to turn off the micro moments to keep from funding or trading all day.
Keep from trading. Yeah, you kind of get addicted to it after a while.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right. He says it's that good. Absolutely. Thank you, Carl.
But that's the thing is
on people that like our clients, like Alan up there. He gets onto them. They'll write in and say, "Well, I just made 4 trades at 50 cents or 55 cents." And they quit. Just quit for the day. That's a hell of a lot of return.
And that's the thing is you set your profit target, and when you hit it, you're done. Yep. Don't just keep going and going and going, because that just increases the probability that one's going to turn around and go the other direction.
You're going to get sloppy. Is the problem. You get careless if you just keep going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what changes. So.
Yep. So, gentlemen, I actually need to get going a little early today.
Okay. Well, we've been doing this 34 weeks. Close it out.
Yeah. And because I don't see we have any other questions, so we can probably wrap it up then.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here. And
my pleasure.
Micah, who's behind the black curtain today, will have to cut this off. We cut our eye out of the deal, but he'll cut off the rest of it. So,
yeah.
Randy, thank you very much.
Good. I'll be off to baseball practice now.
Okay, there you go.
The rain stopped last night, so we should be able to get our practice in today.
Yeah, maybe a little muddy out there, but
our practice field is an artificial turf field, so it's
perfect.
It may be a little damp, but it won't be muddy, so we can still get out there. And it's fantastic that the the city has that field out there that we can go use.
Randy's a pitcher, and he goes across the country. They have tournaments all over the place, and so someday he'll be in your city.
Yep, getting ready for one in Asheville, North Carolina coming up. Oh, just got another profit. Sorry.
Yes, he does that on purpose. Okay, I'm gonna sign out. See you guys later.
That's 2.5%. So we'll see you. Take care, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.